Hey everyone, Nakia Cockatoo here. My mob's from Western Arnhem Land, Iwaja, and also from the Cape area. So I got Yalanji, Cookie Yalanji, and I'm from Dunji as well.
My name's Callum, Chee, and my mob, Nakia, Yaru and Nyunga, are from Western Australia. Today we're going to be talking about January 26th, Invasion Day. What does January 26th mean to you?
Well, obviously it's a very sad day for us Indigenous people all over the country. Obviously the loss of a lot of Aboriginal on that date is the day of sorrow. So I think recognising what has happened on the 26th is a very important part of our culture, and obviously not just us but the Australians as well, recognising that day. It's not just a day to celebrate, going out drinking and obviously partying with your friends. It's it's a very sad day for us.
Yeah, I'd say the same. I think it's tough for a lot of Indigenous people. You look back at, or for us, we look back at a lot of the policies, the stolen generation, all these things that we had to go through, our people had to go through. We reflect on that day, and it's definitely hard seeing, people celebrating without reflecting on that as well. That's probably the tough thing about it. It's people not taking into account the way that Indigenous people feel, but also just recognising what's actually happened in Australia's history. Tough day I reckon for a lot of Indigenous people.
Yeah, bloody oath. What would it mean to the Indigenous culture if we celebrate Australia Day on another day?
Yeah, well, I think it's massive. I think the whole notion of changing the date, I think it's the Australian people saying, we're listening to you. We're hearing that you're hurting. But it's recognising that, like I said, people are recognising the policies, everything that Indigenous people have gone through, So
like, why not celebrate the country for what it is, but also then that day is like a day to remember, well, the past, but what has happened, and like you can't really move forward unless, I don't know, you can reflect and, I don't know, just put yourself into our shoes, because there's a lot of things that has happened over the years, 200 years of history, stolen generation, just from that one day.
I think that's a thing, like, we want to celebrate, all Indigenous people want to celebrate this great country, but we want to do it together, if we could celebrate it on another date, we want to be a part of that. At the moment, Indigenous people are excluded, I guess, which is pretty tough. How can people find out more information? The main one, I think, is asking questions. Any Indigenous person, I reckon, is happy to talk about these issues and what's happened in the past here, because we're all affected by it. So I think that's the main one.
Probably comes back to yourself as well. Like, if you haven't, I guess, been around Aboriginal people before, maybe it's just going on the internet, searching up what Australia Day, what Invasion Day is, and then there's so many things on it. I mean, you could even, I don't know, ask someone on the street, just as simple as that, or. But yeah, I guess the internet's probably the best one at the moment if you're uncomfortable going out and asking the question, because it is a pretty touchy subject. So but I definitely recommend it though. Yeah, for sure. I think when I was growing up, I celebrated Australia Day because I didn't actually know what happened, like what happened on that day. I personally wasn't taught, even being Aboriginal, which is, it's a shame. Like, I kind of feel embarrassed because I actually have you know, celebrated that day.
But that's the thing, Cock.
Yeah.
Like, we're learning too. Like,
Yeah.
people forget that. You know, people sort of probably think, oh, Indigenous people, they know everything. But we're still learning every day. Like, I was similar. Because I didn't know any different. I just wanted to celebrate, you know, being one country. But as I've grown up, I've sort of obviously been educated through family and friends and stuff, and actually realised, you know, what's happened to our mob. But that's through talking and conversation. So.
And that's the best way. Yeah. Exactly. That's
Just
the best
talk
way.
and ask questions.
Even if you're maybe ask your teachers or ask, you know, maybe someone in the family that's might know a bit about it. So, yeah, just do a bit of research.
That's it.